I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. He was implicated in a pair of Town of Wallkill shooting incidents last year. And today in Orange County Court, the Goshen teenager responsible for the crimes pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree assault. 16-year-old Tevin Williams will serve 22 years in prison as a result of a negotiated agreement. Last November, Williams fired gunshots in the Howard Johnson's motel parking lot, missing his intended victim but hitting a woman who was sitting in a parked car. The South Fallsburg woman lost her eye as a result. Williams, who police linked to the Bloods street gang, was 15 years old when he seriously wounded a man in the town of Wallkill last September. Sentencing for Williams has been set for August 15th. Police in the city of Kingston today released the identity of the man who died in Monday's fatal crash involving 2 motorcycles. The victim has been identified as 30-year-old Brian Ferrari of Lake Katrine. Police say his motorcycle collided with another cycle at around 1 a.m. Monday at the intersection of Kingston Street and First Avenue. Meantime, there is word that criminal charges may be filed against the other driver involved, 27-year-old Nicholas Saveski. Was being treated for his injuries at Westchester Medical Center, and his passenger, a 28-year-old Kimberly Doherty of Lake Katrine, was listed in critical condition at Westchester. Saveski faces a series of vehicle and traffic offenses as well as the possible criminal charges. It is federal primary day, the day Democrats and Republicans get the chance to select the candidates they want to see on their November election ballot. Here in the Hudson Valley, the headline races feature primary fights within the newly redrawn 18th and 19th congressional districts. In the 18th, 5 Democrats are vying for the ballot line to oppose Republican Congresswoman Nan Hayworth. And in the 19th, Democrats Julian Schreibman of Stone Ridge and Dutchess legislator Joel Tyner are running to see who will face Republican incumbent Chris Gibson this fall. As expected, turnout at the polls has been sparse in most areas, as evidenced by the scarcity of voters in places like Otisville, where only 4 people had voted by 11 a.m. It's a long day for election workers in Orange County, who had to arrive at 5:15 a.m. to prepare for the 6 a.m. poll opening. They, like others, were hoping more people chose to exercise their right to vote.
Usually come out, running out for a presidential election. But the smaller elections and the local elections, we don't have the same amount of people coming out. And then when people start to complain that they don't like what's happening, they really can't, because they're not coming out to vote to say who they like and who they don't like. And I really feel that's unfortunate.
Polls at Otisville and elsewhere will remain open until 9 tonight. There is a statewide primary race on the ballot as well, with 3 Republicans competing for the right to challenge Democrat U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand in November. It's back to square one in the village of Monticello, where Police Lieutenant William Goebel has reportedly chosen not to take the police chief's job. Goebel had been the choice to succeed former Chief Doug Solomon, but village manager John Legreschi said today Goebel had not responded to the village's job offer in the allotted time period. Legreschi says another chief's test will be scheduled, but it could be as late as March before that happens. In the interim, an acting chief will be chosen to serve on a temporary basis. Since Solomon's departure, that post had been filled by Monticello Police Lieutenant Mark Johnstone. Flags will fly at half-staff on all state buildings Wednesday in tribute to Major Paul Volke, a decorated Army soldier from Monroe who died last Friday in Afghanistan. The Defense Department has called it a non-combat related death, although further details regarding his death have not been released, pending an internal Army investigation. Major Volke was a 1994 graduate of Monroe Woodbury High School and a 1998 graduate of West Point. He had been awarded a Bronze Star for bravery and a Purple Heart for suffering injuries in combat. He had been in the midst of his second deployment to Afghanistan. Major Volke leaves behind a wife and 2 sons. And what's to be done with the Orange County Government Center? On Monday, a special panel appointed to investigate the condition of the now 42-year-old closed complex began their probe that will wrap up with a recommendation report to be finalized by September 6th. Committee Chair Jeffrey Berkman talked about the perceived credibility gap that some lawmakers believe exists between the county executive's office and the legislature, and the need to review all documents and cost estimates in order to determine the best course of action. Either the repair of the damaged building or demolition and replacement, the option long favored by County Executive Ed Diana. State officials have threatened financial sanctions against the county unless they report by Saturday whether they plan to reopen the courtroom facilities located within the government center. It'll get warmer as the week rolls on. Wednesday will be mostly sunny with temperatures getting up around 80 degrees, and a late day shower can't be ruled out. Thursday will be mostly sunny, warmer still, with the highs reaching the mid-80s, and it should hit 90 by Friday. Anytime and anywhere news breaks, you will find it here at Record Online, and get all the news you need and the features you enjoy in tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.